much a shell job. Well, I guess technically a shell job. Or I think it's like a mixture of a shell and a fishing job. Because you're pickpocketing, putting evidence onto someone. So it's like a mixture of a fish and a shell job. And that sets in motion your journey with the Thieves Guild, which has a lot of drama and intrigue in it. With after you successfully planted the ring on Brand Shay, Brynjolf will give you a few tests to prove that you're worthy of being in the Thieves Guild. And I like this more than Oblivion because in Oblivion it feels kind of like it's not really a guild. It's just you're just willy-nilly thieving. Whereas you're actually given objectives in Skyrim. And that's not saying that I think that the Thieves Guild quest in Oblivion is bad. I just prefer having quests to do. Like, here's an objective, you're going and completing this objective. Whereas in Oblivion, it's just steal whatever, sell some stuff, and then maybe you get there's an airplane. Sorry about that. You steal some stuff and maybe you get wow, that's a really loud airplane. And maybe you'll get a special job. Oblivion is so much fun. I haven't played it in a while, but it's so much fun. Anyway, after you pass the little tests Brynjolf gives you, which is threatening these different shopkeepers in order for them to give you the money that they owe the guild. He will officially get you to be a part of the guild. And right away, Mercer Frey gives you the Golden Glow job. Mercer Frey. Oh boy, do I have opinions on Mercer Frey. So all you've done is proven that you can intimidate some people and reverse pickpocket someone. And immediately Mercer Frey is like, why don't you go and infiltrate this highly, heavily guarded 6. At least, yeah. Like at once, at minimum, 6 invisibility potions. And you can make invisibility potions using chorus eggs, Luna moth wings, vampire dust, and ice wraith teeth. So if you have any of those in your inventory, you can make an invisibility potion. So you sneak your way through Golden Glow, find out, you ruffle through his safe and you find out that he sold Golden Glow to a mysterious buyer, and they're not very happy about that. Maven for sure isn't happy about that. And oh yeah, while you're there, you have to burn down 3 of the beehives. And for some reason, on my game, on my PC, every time I go to do the Golden Glow job, a dragon will spawn. And I have to make sure that to not engage it. Because if you engage it, there's a chance it'll attack Golden Glow and burn down more than 3 of the beehives. And you're not supposed to burn down more than 3. And it's, you just gotta make sure that there's no dragon. If it's a frost dragon, that's a different story. And yeah, then you are going to meet the Blackbriar. Oh, I have mixed feelings about Maven. Maven is, gotta respect her hustle. She is Gaslight, Gatekeep, Girl Boss, or the evolution of Gaslight, Gatekeep, Girl Boss. She's the mother of Gaslight, Gatekeep, Girl Boss. Sorry, that was cringy. But she sends you to Whiterun to put Hunting Brew Meadery out of business so that she can take it over and turn it into Blackbriar Mead West. And you go there, and the whole plot is to poison the mead so that Sabjorn goes to jail. And you find this lunatic Hamlet living in the tunnels beneath the brewery. And he has so many skeevers on him. And if you read his journal, you find out that his goal is to create like an army of skeevers, which is very weird. Oh yeah, I finally found my health potion. I can't believe I've lost this thing for like a month now. I even made a reference to it in my previous video, and which I loved filming, by the way. It was very fun. It's a non-ASMR chaotic cranial nerve exam, which is very fun. But yeah, so I'm just gonna tap on this for a bit. Do some sticky fingers too. So, after you deal with Hunting Brew Mead, you look through Zadbjorn's books, and you find out that he's funded by the same person who bought Golden Glow, and the person who acted as a broker for the sale was Golemai, who works at the East Empire Company in Solitude. Golemai is slippery. He's a slippery doodle. I don't like that word. Slippery. Ooh. is you have to sneak through the East Empire docks. And this is another one where having invisibility potions comes in handy. Because while you can hide behind things, sometimes you gotta really quickly, like, bolt behind there, because there are guards everywhere. And they turn hostile if they find you. I remember the first time I did the quest, I fought my way out if they found me. And it wasn't fun. But you find out there's a secret hidden grotto in there with a bunch of bandits that I usually like to sneak by up until the last few bandits who are like actually protecting Kalamai. I usually like to sneak past the other ones and then kill the ones who are protecting Kalamai. And then he reveals that the person who bought Golden Glow was Carlia. Oh, I love her voice actress so much. And when you bring this news to Mercer Frey, he reveals that it was Carlia who killed the previous guildmaster. And you go to Snowvale Sanctum, where the end began. And, oh, that's a different sound. So you go to Snowvale Sanctum. There's a lot of jogger in there, and you can sneak past some. But there's this one chamber where you have to fight them. And Mercer Frey is really good at fighting. A lot of times whenever I do the Thieves Guild quest, I'm like a stealth archer character. Or at least a stealth-based character. And I just sit back, relax, and watch him take down all those jogger by himself. And if I'm like a stealth mage, I might send an Atronach to help him, but other than that, I'll just watch him do all the work. And then as you get into the main chamber, which also he's unlocking doors and stuff, which you can infer once you finish the quest line that he's doing it by using the skeleton key. Which it took me a little while for it to hit me that, oh wow, he's probably using the skeleton key for this. And you find out that you're about to enter the main chamber, and Carlia shoots you with an arrow, and it's with poison that slows your heart. And there goes the air conditioning. I hope it's not too loud, I'm sorry about that. And you find out that it was Mercer who killed Gallus. Gallus is the previous guild master. So you figure out it was him that killed Gallus, not Carlia. And you find out that Carlia and Gallus were lovers. Lovers and nightingales. Lovely, lovely nightingales. When I first played the game, I didn't like Mercer. Like, I knew that there was something fishy about him, but I wasn't sure what exactly. I'm gonna go back to just feeling the mic grip because it's so soft, squishy, and fluffy. Fluffy, fluffy, fluffy. But yeah, it's you find out that it was Carlia, and the reason why she went to Snowvale Sanctum was to retrieve Callus's journal, in which his journal is written in the Falmer language. Falmer language, Falmer language. That's my dog going down the steps. Oh, and she might start barking. I might have to cut. Sorry about that cut. My dog started barking. Anyway, we go to Enter, and he tells us that Callus's journal is in the Falmer language. And you're like, why? Gallus was such an academic. Why is he a thief? And Enter was like, because it's fun. And you're like, okay, I guess. And then you go to Markarth to see Calcelmo, who is so rude. Calcelmo is so rude to you. And you sneak into his laboratory, and there's so many mercenaries in there. So many mercenaries that I sneak past. I don't kill them. I make sure that I have a lot of invisibility potions on me, and also my sneak skills in check. But sometimes you gotta use those invisibility potions because you don't have the Shadow Cloak of Nocturnal yet. And you finally make it into his personal research room, and you find that you make a rubbing of the alphabet and sneak out of there. I like to just in order to sneak by, I drop down right from the balcony into Markarth proper, so I don't have to go back through the museum. Become ethereal comes in handy. It comes in so handy. Become ethereal is great. An Aura Whisper. Aura Whisper's a highly underrated shout, but like a necessity if you're a stealth character. Especially if you're not a stealth mage, Aura Whisper saves your life. It's so good. And then Enter translates Callus's journal. So now you have proof that Callus was suspicious of Mercer. And Carlia reveals to you that the three of them were nightingales. And nightingales are agents of Nocturnal, the Daedric Prince Nocturnal. And you go back to the guild and you tell them, hey, Mercer's the one who got rid of Callus, not Carlia. And they prove it by checking the vaults and seeing that he stole everything from the vaults. And Max is ready to go after him. But we need more, we need to know where he went because he fled. So you get sent into his manor, and with Vault, I used to either sneak past him or get rid of him. But recently, I've been clearing his debt with Maven, and that's a fun little task. Lots of swimming. But I used to just sneak by, but I stopped doing that because after the quests, he will try and attack you, no matter where you are. Like if you enter Riften, he'll immediately try and attack you, even if he didn't see you. Even if he didn't, catch you or anything. So I've chosen recently to clear his debt with Maven. Mercer's real crime was stealing the skeleton key, which is a nocturnal stager artifact. And again, it's essentially a lockpick that can unlock anything, and it's like a universal lockpick that can't break. So it's kind of OP if you keep it in your inventory and don't return it to the Twilight Sepulchre. But I always return it like right away. This mic is so soft, sorry. But yeah, that's a basic summary of it. The quest line and the main quest. And then you do a bunch of jobs for Delvin. And you do 5 jobs in each hold, and then you're given a special job for that hold. And once you complete all 5, you become the guild master and get new armor and the amulet of articulation, and it's so cool. But thoughts on characters. Brynjolf is my favorite. Brynjolf, I feel so bad disappointing him if I ever do something wrong, which doesn't happen often. If I accidentally burn down more than 3 beehives, which has happened to me twice. I've done the Thieves Guild quest at least 10 times, and I've only failed that twice. I've immediately reloaded and gone to make sure that only 3 of them were burned down, because I hated how disappointed he sounded, and I don't like disappointing Brynjolf. And it was just, I love him. Sorry, yawning again. And I like Vex. She's very feisty. But she's also kind of rude to you. Even after you become the guild master, she's still very passive aggressive towards you. And it's like, okay, girl, calm down. I'm the guild master now, show just a little bit of respect. Delvin, although he's a little bit of a creep towards Vex, he's a good, he's like a jolly old thief. A little bit pessimistic, but a jolly fellow who, out of all the people in the Ragged Flagon, he treats you the best. Aside from Brynjolf, I feel like he treats you the best. And there's so many little random side quests you can do for the Thieves Guild too. It's really fun. I love it so much. But I love Carlia too. Her voice actress is, I get chills every, I don't get pure ASMR from just plain old voices. Or not just plain old voices, from voices in general. I don't get ASMR from that. But I get ASMR from Carlia whenever she speaks. And I'm like, whew. I very rarely get tingles from voices. But Carlia gives me tingles. Like, whenever I've done the Thieves Guild quest twice on stream, and the whole time she talks, I'm like trying not to visibly show that I'm getting tingles, because it's fun. And Brynjolf, he's great. He's so good. Danelia is so rude to you too. She's the events in the Ragged Flagon. Is there anything you don't charge for? Yeah, how about I get Dirge to knock you out over the cistern, dump you into the cistern, something like that. And it's like, dude, be a little nice. I'm giving you goods here. I got the goods. I'm giving you the goods. I got the goods. Take them. I keep on hitting the health potion. Sorry about that. But it's a fun quest line. I love it so much. Generally speaking, was a very abridged version of the Skill questline with my own little thoughts thrown in there. And I hope you have some